And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Toluca FC versus Tigres UANL, Liga MX Apertura. Final leg 2 live stream watch-along reaction for the second leg of the final. Teams are about to walk out into Nemesio Diaz. Tigres has a 1-0 lead on aggregate. 0-1 lead on aggregate. They won the first leg at home. Shockingly so, honestly. Let's see. Alexi Vega on the bench. He is on the bench. That might be useful. With that being said, Toluca FC contra Tigres UANL, La Liga MX Apertura Final, Partida Vuelta, 0-1 Global. Toluca still going for the bicampeonato. Toluca posible bicampeonato. Tigres challenger de la Liga. Starting 11s. Mi prediction es Tigres derrotar 3-1. 3-0 global, Toluca campeón de la Liga MX. Toluca wins 3-1 on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. That is my prediction. My prediction. They will turn it over an okay bit at home. Because Triple H had a horrible time booking the whole retirement tour. And I agree to a certain extent he deserved to get booed. But John Cena chose to tap out. That was his decision. That was the way he wanted to go out. Like, why would he smile like that with the soft tap out that he did if it wasn't his decision? He wanted to do that. He wanted to go out that way because of the never give up mantra. And technically the retirement tour was a long story of giving up. He told us he was done. Told us that was his last night. He was giving up. And in the end, he accepted the fact that he was not getting out of that sleeper hold. And he tapped out. I was surprised they tapped him out, but I understood it. Like, I was shocked. Like, my jaw was on the floor when he did it. But I'm like, no, that makes sense. I was not angry. Normally, you should go out on your back in wrestling. I know that's the tradition. I didn't think they'd have him tap out, but when he did it, I got it. When he did it, I got it. So, no problem there. Triple H did deserve the boos for the whole tour itself, though. Not exactly last night, but the whole tour itself. And I wish they booed Rock when his face got showed on the Titantron with a goodbye message. When they showed his face, I definitely said, fuck off, Rock. You ruined everything. Why the hell are you saying goodbye, John? Fuck you. I wish everybody else was like that, because he did ruin everything. Well, partially. But with that being said. Tottenham getting slapped up is normal, but yes, WWE's in a new era. I did cry last night. It depends. Is Sami Zayn going to be in the WrestleMania main event? I'll watch the Rumble. Let's see what they come up with. I do have ESPN Unlimited for free now through YouTube TV, so let's see how it goes. Or maybe, one, this is the second leg of a final, but second of all, you know, this is kind of like a homage. The dress up for this game where I didn't have to do it, it's kind of an homage. Cena said if he ever shows up again, he's not wearing the shirt or the jorts. He's wearing a suit. He's dressed up. It's kind of an homage to that. Muted dress-up clothes and all that. It is also a second leg of a final, so it worked out. But, you know, it's fine. Vega hasn't started a single Liguilla match because he was hurt. How we doing, Daniel? I like the Walker Zimmerman signing. I think it's awesome. We needed a guy like that in our back line. Him and Monlouis would be amazing together as a pair. I think that's amazing. I love it. He's better than Long. I like Gomis, but if Gomis could play on the other side of the back line as an outside back with Larea, I'll take that as well. I'm good with Walker. Yes, they're going to boo the shit out of him, which deservedly so. How we doing, son? Because never give up. That's why. People wanted John to have his moment, but you know how wrestling goes. Yep. Celtic fans are pissed. Yeah, but we'll see. I'll see what the rumors have to say. Starting 11s are as follows. Teams are walking out. Starting 11s. Toluca in goal. We have Luis Garcia, the back five of Jesus Gallardo. We have Everardo Del Villar, Federico Pereira. We have Santiago Simon and Jesus Angulo, the midfield three of Castro. We have Franco Romero, Marcel Ruiz, and the front two of Paulinho and Helinho. Alexi Vega on the bench. He's healthy enough for that. Starting 11 for Tigres, Nahuel Guzman, the back four of Jesus Garza, Joaquim, Juan Jose Parata, Marco Farfan, the midfield two of Romulo and Fernando Golejan, the midfield attacking three of Diego Lainez, Juan Bruneta, Angel Correa, and up top, Andre Pierre Gignac. Going for another trophy with Tigres. Well, I actually saw a post about it, but again, maybe it's just the Honduran press talking shit. But again, maybe somebody else picked it up and made a post about it, but I could have sworn I saw a post about it after seeing him. Bit of a snowstorm here in New York City, but I was able to clear my mom's driveway and clean the snow off her car. Good job. Good. John Cena gave up for wrestling, not because he couldn't handle the pain. Yeah, because he was giving up wrestling. Like, the tap out meant something. Like, we knew he was giving up wrestling. We knew he was quitting. That's tapping out. Symbolically, it made sense. We knew the man who never gives up was giving up. We knew that going in. Normally, when you're going out, you go out on your back. Him getting pinned after like 30 power bombs and 30 chops and German suplexes wouldn't have hit the same. Him passing out wouldn't have hit the same, and it would have looked stupid as hell when he pops right back up to get bowed off and goodbye. It made sense. He should not have been pinned. That makes no sense. We've seen John Cena get pinned hundreds of times over the past 5 years. At least it feels like it. He turned heel to win the title because he knew he lost a step. Gunther put him into like a 10-minute long sleeper hold because he wanted to tap out John Cena. Now, that was kind of very telegraphed. That's what they were going for if you were watching the storyline. But even from what I heard, I mean, it was pretty damn telegraphed. But either way, I'm not mad about it at all because it makes sense. He was giving up wrestling. He was quitting wrestling. Tapping out means you quit. We knew Mr. Never Give Up was giving up ahead of time. Maybe not tap out on the night, but he was giving up. So him tapping out makes sense. Because his career's over. And he's the only man who has tapped out John Cena since he won the U.S. title was Gunther. 20 damn years, 21 years. So tapped out 3 times as the prototype and as a heel before he won the U.S. title. 3. And 2 of them were only match enders. I think Chris Jericho made him tap after a match or whatever. 4 times. 23 years for that 4th time. Basically, the current John Cena that everybody grew up with, the face of the company, the thugonomic space, U.S. champion, WWE champion, everything, never did until his last night. Starting 11. It makes sense. Garcia, Gallardo, Lopez, Pereira, Simon, Ruiz, Romero, Castro, Angulo, Heleno, Paulinho for Toluca. Yes. Or a monster heel. Yeah. And you know what? I think it sets him back from, or brings him back from tapping out to Jey Uso. He was always going to get chanted at, "You tapped out" for WrestleMania, until he tapped out John Cena. So John Cena did him a solid, frankly. Gunther's a good heel, a very good monster heel. Was he exactly the guy I wanted to see John have his last match with? No. I wanted Joe Hendry. I wanted Sami Zayn. But Gunther made sense overall. Personally, would I'd rather have been Joe Hendry, The Miz, Sheamus, Sami Zayn, Cesar Ramos, the center ref tonight. It wasn't Kevin Owens. Never would have been Kevin Owens. What surprised me is Elias was in the crowd. That popped me, I will say that. But yeah, Gunther's going to be a monster heel after this. He's going to hold the world title for a long time. Diana Perez, the VAR referee, starting 11 for Toluca. Tigres. Starting 11, Guzman, Farfan, Parata, Joaquin, Garza, Romulo, Gorehan, Brunetta, Correa, Lainez, Gignac. So, yes. I don't think he did. Maybe I grow up and grow out of it. I don't know, but... Or at least maybe the WWE. I'll never watch AEW. Unless John Cena breaks his promise and has a little run in AEW as an F off to Triple H, I will never watch AEW. Let's be real. If John Cena showed up in AEW to have a true retirement run because he finally got pissed off like a couple years down the line, and Tony Khan's like, "I'll book it better and I'll give you the AEW world title," I'll be like, "Fine, let's watch John Cena in AEW. That's my guy." I would watch AEW for John Cena. Yes, I would. If he somehow got pissed off enough to do it. And he's like, "You know what? That was a dumbass way to go." Not the tap out, but everything leading up to it. And Tony Khan's like, "Hey, Edge is still here. You could have the AEW world title." Dean Ambrose is here, Jon Moxley. If John Cena basically did it as a FU to Triple H, which I don't think would happen, but I think it's more likely if John does step back into the ring and he lied, it would be AEW than Saudi. It would be AEW. I believe it. And we're off. Tigres kicks off the second half. 0-1 on aggregate. 0-1. Global 0-0 esta noche. 0-0 on the night. Can Toluca come back and win? It's not going to be that tough, but it's a little bit of a hill to climb. Unless they shoot themselves in the foot. But I'm not saying he's going to. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm saying there is a slight... I believe there is a tiny chance he's lying. And in that tiny chance he's lying, it's more likely he has a run in AEW than goes and just breaks his promise for a Saudi pay-per-view. Or a Saudi WrestleMania. I'd say there's like a lower than 5% chance, but it's non-zero. Wrestling is wrestling. You could say you're done with wrestling, whether you're a wrestler or a fan. You could say you're done with it, and it will pull you back in. It has that power over you. If you love it, if you truly love wrestling, like, Did I ever want to step into the ring growing up and be a wrestler? Yeah. Is there a possibility that if I'm famous enough, would I step into the ring and have a match? You're goddamn right. I'm not riding that out. If I'm famous enough, trust me, I'll do what fucking Logan Paul did. I'll do what Speed wanted to do. I'll do what Diego Pavia wants to do. I will. If I'm famous enough, I will have a match. Jelly Roll, I will have a match. Bad Bunny, if I'm famous enough and I have the time, I will have a match. Is it what I expected growing up? No. Is it what I dreamed of? Not exactly, but would I want it to be more Logan Paul-ish than Bad Bunny? As in, like, kind of like a side hustle that's a regular thing? Yeah, I would, if I could do that. But again, my point is this. Wrestling, you could say it's not going to happen. You could say you don't want to do it. You could say you're done. Whether you're a fan or you're a wrestler, it's the same thing. It will pull you back in. That's just the nature of the beast. Like, you can't sit here as a fan and watch all these hours of tapes, all these hours of matches from all these eras, not just WWE. For me, All Japan, Kobashi, New Japan, PWG, Ring of Honor, Mid-South, Memphis, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, AWA, Vern Gagne's AWA, WCW, ECW. They're, dude, old WWF, all that. Yeah, my childhood's dead. I think all of us could say that. But I love professional wrestling. Whether I'm just watching it as a fan or I'm famous enough to step into the ring one day, like a Logan Paul or Bad Bunny, WWE for sure. But, or maybe New Japan. Maybe New Japan. Definitely not AEW, but it is what it is. Wrestling is wrestling. Nobody leaves. Nobody ever loses that fire, even if you say you will. Whether you're a fan or you want to be in the ring or you were in the ring and then you retired. Terry Funk unretired 5 times for a reason. You never lose that fire. I believe John, but I also, there's a part of me that's like, dude, you still have that fire over the bar. Now, I don't think it'll be in WWE if he comes back in the ring, because I think if he comes back, it's because he's spiteful. He started, like, the fire relights, and he's like, that was a stupid way to retire. Not the tap out, but everything else. And he just pops up in AEW and says, hey, they paid me. They wanted to give me the AEW World title and let me wrestle Edge to finish off. I still have that fire for 15, 20 more dates. That I could see that happening. But either way, it's very unlikely, but I could see that happening. But again, no matter where you are when it comes to wrestling, fan, wrestler, aspiring wrestler who didn't make it, who tried something else and ends up getting popular enough from that something else that it does let him step in the ring one day, you love wrestling. You always will. You can't lose it. There's a reason Terry Funk unretired 5 times. Ric Flair unretiring is because he can't manage his money for shit. But either way, he does what he knows. There's a difference. But either way, that's enough about that. because they were being dumb. I don't know. I saw Spurs got beat. I did not watch the match. I saw Expressions lost his shit, though. Don't like any active roster, so I can avoid watching it now, and Cena's retired. Aren't you a Jade, Mark? Either way. Unless I'm confused. Either way. I'm a Sami Zayn fan. I love Sami Zayn. I love Kevin Owens. CM Punk. There's still people I like on the roster. AJ Lee, Roxanne Perez, Liv Morgan. There are some people at NXT that I'm very intrigued by. Obafemi being one. Had a really good match last night too. Saved. Should have won over Cody, but whatever. He had a very good match. Should have went over, but whatever. Let's see who else. Ethan Page, Braun Breaker. I mean, Gunther for his in-ring work is amazing. El Grande Americano is hilarious. Penta. AJ Styles, at least for one more year. That one hurts too. I'm not going to lie. That one's gonna. I mean, AJ always was a fan of AJ. Styles was always my favorite TNA indie wrestler until he came to WWE. TNA, the New Japan, Ring of Honor. So, I mean, there's still a lot of people that I like on the roster that I'm still going to watch now that I can watch for free with YouTube or YouTube TV, ESPN Unlimited. I hope Sammy gets pushed heavily. Playing forward because of the Saudi Rumble thing. Maybe that was a meme, but I don't know. And hey, John Cena might show up in a suit one day cutting a promo. Can't miss that. Good. Sucks to see Patrick Mahomes tear his ACL, but I'm glad to see the Chiefs miss the playoffs. If the Patriots losing made the Chiefs miss the playoffs, I'm happy about it. Very happy about it. Now the Steelers better win tomorrow. My favorite John Cena match was Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand 2005. Oh. Good one. I'd say John Cena versus AJ Styles. SummerSlam 2016 and Royal Rumble 2017. Both those matches. Those amazing. I do like the match versus RVD. AJ versus John, Crown Jewel. Good match too. Playing forward. Good match too as well. But I'd say SummerSlam 16, WrestleMania 34? 34? No. Wasn't 32. Oh, Royal Rumble. Yeah, Royal Rumble leading into WrestleMania 33. Yeah. Because who wants to remember that? Either way, I think they only did it to make Miz look stupid, but I was happy to see Joe Hendry on the show. Speaking of, fan of Joe Hendry, so I want to see him do well as well. Very happy about it. Very happy about it. I know. That's the point. Because they're pissed at Triple H. Playing forward, saved. And that's going to be a free kick for Tigres. Tigres free kick. Yellow card for Toluca. Early free kick for Tigres on the edge of the line. Well, hold on, let's see. Yeah, I got fouled before. Yeah, free kick, free kick. "12 minutes in. Free kick for Tigres. If they score here, that's going to be bad. I think Toluca have been better in this game, but that's a bad way to start. Vikings Cowboys about to start. But damn. Free kick for Tigres. Gignac and Lainez over it. But I'm done talking about wrestling like long or cutting a soliloquy promo about it. I'm done with that. Free kick. Shot. Save. Goal. Oh, no. Under the wall. Gignac scores for Tigres. I thought that was going to get saved. Oh, my God. 0-1, 0-1 esta noche, 0-2 global. Toluca's got a higher mountain to climb. Under the wall. Under the wall by Gignac. Wow. Legendary. Gignac takes it and just puts it under the wall, and the keeper just gets fooled. No, it was Gignac. Or was Gorethan? Hold on. No, it was off Gorethan. Yeah, you're right. Off his feet and in. Deflected off Gorethan. No, you were correct. It was deflected off Gorethan. Gignac took the shot, and Gorethan gets deflection off his feet. Fernando Gorethan is actually the goal scorer. Yes, correct. Thank you. Gorethan. Fatmob says Gorethan. TUDNA said Gorethan. So, under the wall, but deflects off the feet of Gorethan and in. That's probably why the keeper was so confused. Oh, no. Fatmob actually says Gignac. No, it still says Gorethan. I'm confused now. Holy Lord. Coincidence with MLS Cup final, the first goal. The guy only spawns for Mexico games. Talking about what? Ochoa? 1-0 for Tigres. Same thing happened with the first Miami goal. Yeah, but it was deflected off a Tigres player, so it is Tigres' goal. It's not like it was an own goal. I'm just going to say Gorethan. 14th minute. 0-1. 0-1 esta noche, 0-2 global. Tigres leads and Toluca has a higher mountain to climb. Can they do it? Can they do it? They need 2 goals to tie the leg or tie the final. And no, away goals do not count. Sixteenth minute. 17th minute. Antigua champions of Liga Guatemala against Municipal 2-1, 2-1 Global. You know what's hilarious, though? Awesome for Antigua GFC, but you know what's hilarious, though? Comunicaciones finished bottom of the table. I love it. Awesome. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Comunicaciones finished bottom of the table. That is beautiful. Playing forward. Cowboys had the ball. 17th minute, 0-1. That's true. Playing forward, Toluca needs multiple goals to get back into this tie. Damn. No, because my jaw was on the floor. Like, I wasn't booing. I was like, oh, they actually did that. Oh. But instantly I'm like, no, it makes sense. It's fine. It makes sense. I don't think I had the reaction to laugh because I was shocked. I'm like, okay. Like, they did what? And then I'm like, you know what? No, it makes sense. About the time the shock got over, and I was like, okay, makes sense. They bring everybody out. They let them hold the belts. They show the video package, and then I just started crying. So, but wasn't the first time. Playing forward. Cried a little bit when the last real champion, when his ring announcement was done. When they got to the last real champion part, but shot, saved by Nahuel, corner for Toluca. I wasn't really laughing. Morocco. I said I'm doing the final if Morocco makes it. Especially with a later match, 8:30 is a bit too early for me. At least to... And Nahuel's injured. Especially just to throw it up there and do it. It would have had to been planned. So basically, no. The Arab Cup final, if Morocco makes it. If not, no. That's what you get. Also, the AFCON opener. You could take 2 out of 3, I would hope. You at least got 2 out of 3. Take that as a win. 2 out of 3 is good. Take that as a win. Playing forward. Well, if Morocco beats... I think Morocco should beat the UAE. They should. Morocco's done well with their league side, their local side, and the UAE's played like shit. 4 points. They should be fine. 22nd minute. Come on, bro. It's my schedule. We've already had these discussions. Playing forward. Header. Shot. Saved by Nahuel. Toluca has another chance. Blocked away, out for a throw. Toluca's really pushing now. Helino. Header away, corner. How we doing, William? How we doing? 0-1, 0-1 esta noche, 0-2 global, 0-2 on aggregate. Playing forward, header. Over the top. Out for a goal kick. Twenty-third minute. If you're talking about Nahuel, he's Argentinian. They can't. Nahuel is Argentinian. He's played for their national team. He's almost 40, by the way. He was at the World Cup in 2018 and played a game, I think. He's Argentinian, and he's been capped 6 times, and he was at a World Cup. That's why. And you can't be serious asking that question about a dude who just allowed a under-the-wall free kick. He's also 32, Luis Garcia. He is Mexican. Never been called up to any national team. Querétaro loaned him out to Zacatepec and Toluca. He's been on Toluca on loan since 2016. How does that even make any sense? I've never... From Querétaro. They can't buy him? Are they that cheap? That makes no sense. Playing forward. That makes Toluca playing forward. Nahuel is Argentinian. Oh, no, okay, he's been at Toluca since 2016 and not on loan, so I don't know. No, he's been Toluca's guy the whole time. The on-loan thing was bullshit. Good job, Fought Mob. So, no, Nahuel can't be invited to play for Mexico. Trust me, if Mexico could invite Gignac and Nahuel to play for them, they'd be so much better off. And they would do it, even now. Yep. Kimbrough. Yeah. That'd be awesome for him. That'd be awesome for him. I have whole respect for that. 7-0 Cowboys. Caught by Garcia. So Garcia's been at Toluca completely since 2016 for 9 years. Headed away by Nahuel. He just stepped out of the box and headed away. Toluca has it, given away. Playing forward. And they, well, didn't end up being too bad. But no, Nahuel can't be called up for Mexico because he's Argentinian. And 39 now. And 6 caps for Argentina. At the World Cup itself, 2018. He played in that tournament. Sholajimo and some CPL young players got their call-up. U20 call-up. Nice. Playing forward, free kick for Toluca. Player down hurt. So, basically, my point is this. I bet they wish they could. They can't because it's not legal. Trust me, if Mexico call up Gignac and Nahuel for their national team, they probably still would do it today. Paulinho down, free kick for Tigres or Toluca back at the halfway line. That's something. That's a choice. 28th minute. Seems to me Tigres are fine defending a 2-0 aggregate lead and letting Toluca just knock at the door. Like, that's a decision. That's a decision, but okay. Then again, didn't they do that to Chivas a couple of years ago? Out for a corner. I don't understand why Florentino hasn't wanted to have an American player in his squad that would boost Real Madrid's popularity in the U.S. even more. I don't think they need an American player. It would be nice, but header. A 15-year-old American player doesn't seem like the type of player you get to bring up your name. Over the top, kicked away. Stoppage of play. Nahuel holding his face. He's shithousing. But what Florentino does is do his business in New York with construction projects and who knows what else, but it makes no sense. Well, I never knew that. Well, I mean, Kimbrough could be a good player. That's not the point. Like, if you're trying to build up a name for a club that already has a big name in a country, using a 15-year-old USL championship player and, like, trying to develop him, you know Madrid won't do that shit. They have a bad academy anyway. Like, who? If it was Barcelona, I'd be like, okay, makes sense. Barcelona has one of the best academies in the world, whether you want to admit it or not. Barcelona B is one of the best academies in the world. And that's just facts. So, do with that what you will. La Masia is one of the best academies in the world. It is what it is. To be said, corner for Toluca. To be said, Castilla is not a good academy. Real Madrid has a horrible academy. It's just the facts. It's true. Their academy is ass. That's why they rely on the Galacticos. Cross in, header. That's why they rely on the Galacticos. Their academy is shit. Like, you rarely see anybody from Real Madrid as an academy player who was born in Madrid or Spain, who played in that academy, end up graduating. You don't. At least not for Madrid. Now, maybe you get guys like Endrick and Vinicius. They're both Brazilian. Signed from a big Brazilian club to play for Real Madrid. And Endrick hasn't really gotten a chance in hell anyway, but Vinicius at least did. But, so you got to look at it. Free kick for Tigres. So, yeah, they're not Real Madrid quality. Like Dest, no. He failed at Barca. He got thrown out of Barca. What do you mean Real Madrid quality? Weston McKennie, Juventus, he fights his way back, but the fact they question him all the time makes you wonder. Tyler Adams, Leeds could tell you enough about that. Sullivan, Cavan, do we even know yet? Albert who? Talk about Corbin Albert. She's a chick. What does that have to do with anything? Good player, but what does that have to do with anything? I can't even think of a male player with the name Albert. No, so wrong list. Header, shot wide. Just deflected wide by Paulinho, but none of Real Madrid. Chris Richards might be Real Madrid caliber. Might be, but would they go for him? But he might be. I think he can be. But either way, Pepe, Balogun, Kromashki. Pepe, hell no. Hell no. Ricardo Pepe, nah, best for him is like mid-table in La Liga or the Prem. Balogun, same. Balogun's not that perfect silver bullet you think he is. Kromashki, he could be. I won't put him down. I think he could play for Real Madrid one day. If he gets to the level I think he can. But he's not there yet. Oh, January 20th, the Champions League next match round starts. Hey, my birthday. Maybe I'll do a Chelsea game as my birthday show. I don't know. We'll see. Or do I just do a birthday show? I don't know. What do you think? He'll be back by week 1 next year. I believe it. Patrick Mahomes will be back. Patrick Mahomes will be back by week 1 next year. He'll pull a Marcus Stroman. He'll be back a little bit quicker than he should be. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. It takes about 8 months for an athlete to have ACL recovery. He should be back by week 1. It's going to be cut close, but I think he'll make it. I hate to see him have an ACL tear, but he'll do his best to be back for week 1, which is a little bit quick. 8 to 10 months, that's in the middle, but he'd have to be back for a little bit of preseason, so he's going to be on the nearer side of 8 months, and that's kind of pushing it. But I think he'll be back. Yeah, I agree. Chris Richards looks really good. Rarely has a bad game. I agree. I said he could be Real Madrid caliber. I agree. Didn't I say that I think he could be? If they wanted him, could he fit? Yeah. I think he'd be better than Rudiger. I like Antonio Rudiger, but I think he's trying to compensate for his getting older with being even nuttier. Buddy lost his mind playing forward. He's always been passionate, but Buddy's lost his mind. Shot saved by Nawell. Seven 0 Cowboys. I agree. Didn't I just say that? Tigres is winning. Probably. They're just letting Toluca run at them and try to break down the wall at this point. Playing forward. Headed away. Paulinho. Chance saved by Nawell. Wow. They're getting really good chances. Phillip Rivers played well today. I think he played very well today, and I wish he won. People were like, oh, he gonna die. That line gonna kill him. No, he fought. He fought hard. I mean, he could make it. If they wanted him, they should. I don't see how bad it could be. Possibly, yeah. Possibly. I'd be behind it. I don't think it would be bad for him to do it. playing forward. Toluca attacking and pulled away from the ball. That's a goal kick. Tigres are being perfect defensively and just absolutely just trolling the hell out of Toluca at this point. How we doing, soccer guy? How we doing? I did say 3-1 Toluca, though. Yeah, probably, but thank you. Thank you, soccer guy. Thank you. Toluca is getting trolled the hell out by Tigres because Tigres got the goal and they're now just defending the lead. A 2-0 aggregate lead. Playing forward. That's out for a goal kick. Fair enough. I'm just saying Dest failed at Barca and Conrad too. But he's not a future prospect anymore. That ship sailed 3 years ago. Dest is a good player, but he's not a future prospect anymore. He is the now. I know time has flown by, and I know it doesn't feel like it. 2019 was 6 years ago. Serginho Dest burned Canada during the Nations League group stage 6 years ago. I know it doesn't feel like it. Time flies like a mofo, but he was the future 6 years ago. That ship sailed like 3 years ago. Chris Richards is closer to the future, which he's still a positive or present, but there's still a ceiling for him. Serginho Dest is what he is. Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did do that. It was 3 years ago? No, 2 years ago. 2 years ago at this point, yeah. Time still flies. Damn, bro. Sending love to you. Sending love and prayers to you. Hopefully you're feeling better. Hopefully your antibiotics are working well. Hopefully you got some chicken noodle soup next to you. Or ramen. I guess you could do both. It is soup. It is hot soup. Shot! Goal! Toluca gets one back. That's one. Helino. 1-2. 1-1 on the night. 1-2 on aggregate. Helino gets one back. Off the post and in. Helino scores. 1-1. 1-1 esta noche. 1-2 global. 40th minute. They need one more to at least get to extra time. What a shot. What a shot by Helino. A curler off the post and in. Beats Nahuel. There you go. Damn. He's at PSV, I think. He's in the Dutch league, the Eredivisie. But, I mean, still plays well for the national team. Either way. But, I mean, if I'm, like hell, if I'm sick and I have enough energy, I'll make a pot of ramen. A little bit of protein from the poached eggs. Hot soup. if I could eat some and I got the energy, you know, ramen's better than chicken noodle soup. I'll agree. If I'm absolutely lazy and I'm not sure I can stick some into my stomach when I'm sick, cold or flu, or I guess worse, like pneumonia. Yeah, chicken noodle soup ain't bad, but if I know I can put some on my stomach and I got the energy to make a pot of ramen, I'll do that because it's better. It tastes better. A little bit more nutrition to it anyway. With the poached eggs, of course. I haven't had ramen in a while, though. Either way, I didn't see it and I don't give a shit. Playing forward. Huh. Interesting. Minnesota Wild destroyed the Bruins. Nice. The Leafs suck anyway. Sadly enough, the Leafs suck anyway. 43rd minute. Out for a goal kick. Tigres are starting to punch back a little bit because they know they probably have to. Playing forward. Who do you want to win? Toluca. I predicted them to win, but I want them to win as well. I think they will. Or at least at the beginning I did. Playing forward. Shot! Wide. I did say 3-1 Toluca on the night. Still could happen. We're not as out of it as you'd think. Or it's very possible to be real. Corner. Cross in. Header. Plays it back. 44th minute. So, playing forward. 1-1, 1-1 esta noche. Ball crossed in. Oh, nope. Playing forward. Blocked away. Toluca has the ball. Player got fouled, and that'll be a stoppage of play, 44th minute. You know, Dante Gilbert signed with PSV at age 18 from Trinidad. I didn't realize I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like, I remember the name. I know he was playing at PSV. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. 5 minutes of stoppage time. That's on me. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I don't know why. Well, he complains about us not being able to put 2 and 2 together, and he didn't. We all have our moments. 45th minute. Playing forward. I knew he was there, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Or I knew about the player. I didn't know about where he was from, or at least didn't put 2 and 2 together until you said anything. Playing forward. Shot blocked away. Free kick. Tigres. One. This is crazy. First playoff since 1998 without Mahomes, Brady or Manning. No Patrick Mahomes in the NFL playoffs this year. No Tom Brady. No Peyton Manning. It's first time since 98. Playing forward. '48th minute. Yellow card for Simon. Oh. Again, I remember that too. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Or it wasn't something that stuck in my brain until either way. Didn't exactly. It's like, oh, that guy. Oh, same guy. No, that never happened. Until now. Are the Carolina Panthers who thought they choked a chance to the division lead against the Saints team that's crummy. I'm glad they did because I want the Bucs to make the playoffs. So, no, the Carolina Panthers are actually a good team this year, but if they end up losing the division to the Bucs, I'm happy. So I thank the Saints for making the Panthers lose. That is the ballsiest thing I've ever seen. Tyler Shook just running into that like QB power and then getting his head chopped off with a tackle head to head, helmet to helmet, and getting enough yardage through the penalty to getting the field goal. Genius. Dumbass, but genius. I don't think that was the plan, but it worked. USA Hockey's been growing exponentially. They've been doing an amazing job of growth. Like the US Hockey, you could argue as a program, especially the World Juniors and the youth side of things, USA Hockey's better than Canada. There's going to be a day where if Canada's not careful, U.S. Hockey is going to have a better youth program and then in turn have a better program than Canada Hockey, especially on the men's side if they're not careful. So, over the past 20 or so years, it's been an amazing growth for U.S. Hockey. And it's halftime. Halftime. Oh, Lord. Should the Dodgers trade Glasnow and prospects for Skubal? If they want, I mean, they don't need him, but shit, if they want to win more, sure. But I don't want to see it, knowing that the Jays and Dodgers are probably on a collision course of the World Series right now. Halftime, it's 1-1, 1-2 on aggregate. 1-1. Esta noche, 1-2 global. But Rory, miro tiempo. But Rory could back me up here. He could back me up here. U.S. Hockey has done amazing for their growth over the past 20 years. And you could argue that right now, the youth program, World Juniors and under, is better with U.S. hockey over Canada hockey. Canada, right now, World Juniors wise and youth program, it's starting to be caught up to. Also, I think some of their squad choices, especially the last two World Juniors, have been absolutely horrible. I don't know about this year so far, but we'll find out very soon. And yes, there's a very good likelihood I will be live if Canada makes it for the World Juniors final. If they make it to the World Juniors final. And I know where to watch it. But, yeah, USA Hockey is doing amazing work. Canada soccer or Canada hockey it's got some problems. The past two World Juniors made it obvious. Canada needs to win the World Juniors this year. If they want any chance of saying they're still equal, if not just a little bit better than USA Hockey, especially at the youth level, they got to win the World Juniors this year. They have to. It's unacceptable. And look at the group that Canada has. The group that they have for group play, the best team in that group is Czechia. Now, the past 2 years, Canada's had some really bad problems with Czechia. And they can still play them in the knockout stage, but I'd rather play them in the group stage. At least if we play them in the group stage, we finish top 2 or top 4. We'll still make the knockout stage, and our seeding would at least be top 2, looking at our group. Just because I won't be live for the other games doesn't mean I won't be paying attention. I will be paying very much attention to the World Juniors before the final. But holiday tradition. Do you believe everything they say about the 33 Olympics history-wise? No, I don't. I don't. I feel like it's a case of the victors write the history. But either way. But besides the U.S. and Canada, which other countries do you consider strong in hockey? Again, Czechia, very strong. They're coming out of nowhere, really. Sweden, Finland, Czechia, Russia, if they're allowed to compete. Whenever Russia's allowed to compete again, Russia's up there. Yeah, that's about it. USA, Canada, Russia if they compete, Czechia, Sweden, Finland. That's about it. Like, if I'm being real, Germany's had their moments, but when it comes to the World Juniors and the Olympics, which will be close after, the only teams I truly have a feeling can win, and Russia will not be at the Olympics, but I don't think they'll be at the I don't think they will be at the World Juniors either. So the only teams I truly think have a really good chance of winning the World Juniors are USA, Canada, Czechia, Sweden, Finland. Which, ironically enough, 4 of the 4 nations countries were 4 of those countries. It was Canada, USA, Sweden, Finland. Norway? No. The sad part about Norway is you would think they'd be very good at hockey, but not like Finland or Sweden, no. I'm not saying they're bad, but they're very much underperforming comparatively to what you would expect from a Nordic country. Sweden and Finland are the class of that group of nations. Norway, not so much. But hey, at least Norway has football, right? What about Japan, Australia, South Korea? They're shit. Like they're shit. Like you might see them play a world championships, especially Japan or the Olympics, not at the World Juniors. But no, no. I'd love to see Japan play hockey because it'd be cool. Uh, Same as Italy. Italy sucks at hockey. They're only at the Olympics because they're hosting the Olympics. But Canada will play Italy at the Olympics in hockey. And I'll be live for it. Don't worry, just because of the novelty. We'll be live for the hockey game, and then if they play a football game in June, we'll be live for that as well. Both wearing Canada jerseys. For both. With that being said, we'll take a short break. The half talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back. And we're back for the stats of the half. Liga MX Clausura starts January 9th. With that being said, stats of the half: 78% possession to 22% possession, 15 shots to 2, 5 shots on goal to 1. We have 262 accurate passes, 87% to 49, 54% pass accuracy, 6 fouls to 2, 6 corners to 0, 15 shots to 2, 4 shots off target to 1, 5 shots on goal to 1, 302 passes to 90, 87% pass accuracy to 54, 19 throws to 2, 0 offside to 0, 2 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1 mid halftime, 1-2 on aggregate, uno esta noche, uno dos global, mino tiempo. Toluca are dominating Tigres, but that's because Tigres, of course, scored that goal late or early in the first half off the free kick by Gignac that got tapped in by Gorehan, redirected by Gorehan into the goal, and it made it 0-2 on aggregate. And right now, with that being said, Toluca, ever since the goal against, have been knocking on the door and just popping chances left, right, and center at the goal of Tigres and trying to at least tie this game on aggregate, if not win it outright. I did say 3-1 Toluca on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. This so far looks like that type of game. If they could keep their momentum going throughout the second half and getting that second goal and then popping the third goal when it's time, Toluca wins the trophy. They're still in it, whether it is or isn't. With that being said, how we doing, Henry? 1-1. It is 1-1, 1-2 on aggregate. Tigres still leads, but they could easily lose it soon. If Toluca can punch back, which I think they can, we'll see. How does their momentum compare overall? $14-14 on Sunday Night Football between the Cowboys and Vikings, which is crazy. Tigres haven't done much. Yeah, because they scored the goal they needed. If they could hold on, which they still are leading, if they could hold on to a 2-0 lead on aggregate, that was enough, even without away goals. Now, they parked the bus ever since they got their 1 goal tonight, but we'll see. $45 more minutes, soon to say, or soon to see the next 45. And here we go. Toluca to kick off for the second half. Let's see how this goes. Post Cody, because, I mean, dumbly enough, Cody got a freaking 100% face pop during the show last night. I think Obafemi, weirdly enough, I think Obafemi's character and gimmick can be used as a face. And I feel like people are going to get behind Obafemi to a point where he could still be the ruler because he'd be like a dominant monster face. Weirdly enough, I think that can happen. Because I think Obafemi is a very talented worker. He's got a lot of charisma, but he's got an aura that people just, even though he's a monster heel, can root for. And you can easily turn his promos into face promos and make people root for him that way while he's still the ruler. I think it's Obafemi. And I think it makes sense because Gunther now will be the monster heel of the company. They're going to be on a collision course at some point, Obafemi and Gunther. You have to turn Obafemi face, but weirdly enough, I think that makes sense. Aquino's on for Farfan. I think it makes sense. So Obafemi. I mean, if he could still go, why should he retire? By the way, to have Champions Cup, why not go for that one more time where you lose or win? Over the top if you're Tigres. Dobesh bouncing back. Not surprised he's a battler. Yeah. 47th minute. But playing forward. That would be amazing. But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Obafemi being the face of the company, yeah, I think it can happen. Cowboys have the ball. 3rd and 5. At least we have a field goal. Playing forward, Toluca. 48th minute, that's out for a goal kick if he ran. I don't think he'd ever run. I don't think anybody would let that happen. I don't see that happening. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, but that was treated like a joke. And he wasn't one of the big two parties. Free kick? Nope. Advantage played, no penalty. I think Fuentes would try to commandeer the Republican Party if he did run. Because he's not dumb. Like, if you're trying to change things, I mean, hell, even Trump sort of did the same thing. Purport yourself as an outsider, whether you are or not, and commandeer the party. Like, Trump tried to do a third party run in 2000 with Pat Buchanan's party, the Reform Party. What happened? Nothing. Because it was a third party. Here's the thing about politics. Ye, when he ran, Kanye, that was a third party. And it was treated as a joke. If he ran for one of the main two parties, who knows? If you want to be somebody who's anti-establishment, where you just purport yourself that way to get power, or you actually are, you're going to have to commandeer one of the big two parties. Or at least try to do that. Whether that be if you're a Canadian, liberal or conservative, American, Republican or Democrat, UK might be the first country where it's like one of the smaller parties cannibalized one of the big parties. I'll be real about that. But I don't think the US or Canada is in a position to have a smaller party benefited by a cult of personality cannibalize another party. I don't think that's where we are. Besides that, I think Fuentes is probably going to be offed before he could even run for president, be old enough to run for president. So they're gonna martyr his ass. Trust me. Playing forward. Toluca. Shot. Goal. Toluca ties it up on aggregate. Paulinho scores. You just knew he had to. 2-1. That's why you don't park the bus. '51st minute. 2-1. 2-2 on aggregate. 2-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. There you go. So there's your politics lesson for the day. One, don't be how do I put this? What a play by Paulinho. Awesome. Don't set yourself up to be a martyr before you run for president as an act of change. But then again, as an agent of change. But then again, I don't know. That makes you believable. So, don't know. Either way. And it's 2-2 or 2-1, 2-2 on aggregate. And also, if you're going to try to run for president or prime minister or and be an agent of change, you have to run and commandeer one of the two big parties, unless you're the UK for some reason. Yeah, but will Cristiano Ronaldo bench himself? So. Let's see if there's any, I don't think there is, but I don't think there's any away goals, but shot crossed in, saved. Yeah, I don't think there's any away goals. I'm trying to figure this out here. Yeah, I don't think there's any away goals. I think it's just based on the aggregate. So right now it's tied. With this scoring, we would go to extra time if this holds. But playing forward. Puma said no to James because Efrain Morez says James isn't his top player, so he got a Flamengo bench player. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. That's just stupid. Like, I don't care if he's not your type of player. Like I'm a heavy, high-pressing. Like, if I was a coach, my team would be a heavy, high-pressing team. Would I say no to Cristiano Ronaldo in MLS? Hell no. if my team was offered Cristiano Ronaldo in MLS, no, you don't. No, you don't say no to that. It's Cristiano bleeping Ronaldo. What nutbag would say no to that? But what if it doesn't work with your system? We're going to sell shirts, which I feel like a certain board wants to sell shirts more than they actually win. So, worst comes to worst, we're selling shirts. And I'm getting boiled like a frog in a hot pot of water, but you know what? Who gives a shit? It would have been KC. I said 3-1 Toluca on the night, 3-2 on aggregate. So right now, I'm right on the money. It would have been KC. I know, but oh shit, they do have his discovery rights. Well, I mean, KC, I'm certain they take money for that. Well, I'm certain KC would take a pay for that, for his discovery rights. Probably better off Gignac off for Ibanez. Or if we got off for Gignac, I'd take that too. 12 matches, 7 goals in finals in Liga MX, and this could be his last one. Could be. Playing forward. Tigres. Shot. Wide. Past the post. That could have been one to give them the lead, but no. But you know what? I agree with Mamdani on this. I do. The World Cup should be seeable by anybody who goes to that city or anybody who lives in that city. The World Cup should be affordable. Seats at the World Cup should be affordable. Now, of course, FIFA is corrupt, but it's the World Cup. Like, isn't there a reason why it's on basic cable? Why the rule is, or at least began to be, the World Cup has to be on basic cable to be seen? The World Cup final is on Fox. Fox 2, or whatever your Fox is. Basic cable. Univision now. Basic cable in Mexico. Not in America, but either way. It is on Univision now, isn't it? I think they got the rights, didn't they? Didn't they? Telemundo's the same, though. Either way. In Mexico, anyway. Or is it TV Azteca? Either way. If the World Cup games were to be on basic cable, if that was the rule in the beginning, that was for affordability. Because they were on channels you could get off an antenna. Still are, if you have a DTV converter box. Hell, we have a DTV converter box laying around here in one of these boxes that if we wanted to use antenna, we could. And you could watch the World Cup, most of its games and its final on a channel through that converter box and antenna, which is cheaper than cable or YouTube TV or such. Right? So, I know it's different nowadays, but in the beginning, World Cup was supposed to be on basic cable. That's affordable, right? So shouldn't people who want tickets to go to the games be in the same point? I agree with Mamdani on this because the World Cup's the World Cup. If the rule was in the beginning to have the games on basic cable, and that's how you get the rights, BBC, Fox, Univision, Telemundo, such and such, right? If that was the rule, that's about affordability. Flash, you could get off antenna. A channel you could get off the antenna, whether you have a converter box or not. That was affordability. So again, yes, I agree with him. In that case, there should be a World Cup ticket price cap because the World Cup should be affordable to go to because it's a once-in-a-generation event wherever you are. And maybe in some countries, once in a lifetime. But in the USA, it's so big of a country that it's once in a generation. By the next time I see the World Cup in this country or in North America, I will have gray hairs. Because there's a very good likelihood in 2038, because of how FIFA screwed all this up and basically effed over everybody for Saudi Arabia, the CONCACAF, there's no way OFC is going to get the World Cup unless they team together, but that would just be crazy because of time zones. Either way, CONCACAF will get the World Cup in 2038. That's just known. I probably will have a couple of gray hairs by then. I would assume. Right? Once in a generation. I would assume that my future kids, my firstborn is Earthside. I would assume by then. I would assume. But, you know, it's what? 13 years? Yeah, I would assume. Hell, I would assume I'd have more than one kid by then. God only knows, but I'd assume, right? Point is, the next World Cup that's in this confederation, continent, because of how FIFA fucked it up, last time it was 94. So that's 04, 14, 32 years between 94 and 26. Next time it's only 4, 30, 34, 8, 12 years, which is still a generation, but not exactly. But again, once in a generation. There will be people here on this planet, in this side of the world, that we're not here for 26. There will be things. I will have wrinkles on my face, 1 or 2. I'll have some gray hairs. My future kids would probably be Earthside when 2038 rolls around. So my point being is this: the World Cup is a once-in-a-generation event, maybe once in a lifetime for South Africa or other countries. It should be affordable, is my point. So I agree with him. In that case, I agree with him. No. Oba will turn face, though. I don't think Cody would turn. Maybe after he faces. I'm not sure. I feel like Oba is more on a collision course with Gunther. And weirdly enough, Oba be the monster face against the monster heel. But either way, 36 minute, 2-1. Right now we go to extra time if this stands. 2-2 on aggregate. 2-2 esta noche. (17-14) Minnesota versus Dallas. Here comes Toluca. That's cleared away. Corner. Man, that could have been number 3. That could have been the leading goal. But no. Well, you have to wait till January 9th for that. Corner for Toluca. Where's the flag? He's moving the flag back to where it should be. I've never seen some shit like that. I got to get my area to kick this ball. Nope, flag back in the corner. I ain't never seen some shit like that. Header. Wow. What shit housing. And then the ref just comes back. It's like, nope, flag goes here. No, Happy Gilmore, flag goes here. What was that? I ain't never seen anything like that. No, Happy, you're not close enough. The flag stays in the hole. Jackass. Tigres shot, blocked away, cleared. Out for a throw. Barra Bravas getting a little out of hand. Aren't they always, though? Like, that's not new. That's not new. Barra Bravas are always out of hand. Why are we acting like that's anything new? Playing forward. 66th minute. (17-14), almost at halftime by the Vikings and Cowboys. Are the Cowboys going to lose to the damn Vikings? They're already eliminated from playoff contention. Oh yeah, the Cowboys aren't that much better. Playing forward, 67th minute. (67th minute). Playing forward, Habs win 4-1. I mean, they're trying to get Alan St. Maximin in that way. They could. I think they're trying. Should they? Like, there are a lot of Haitian fans who are saying, here's the crazy part. I don't think I've ever seen a fan base revolt against players like that. But I've seen Haitian fans saying, we don't want anybody who wasn't on the journey with us. They don't want him. I never seen a fan base, a country, revolt against the players, the diaspora players, dual nationals. I've never seen it. You don't see Jamaica do that. Not that it helps. I mean, they still fail with them. But either way, it might be better without them. I don't know. With that being said, haven't seen Curacao or Suriname. But Haitian fans are like, we don't want anybody there who hasn't gone on that journey with us. And I don't blame St. Maximin for not flipping yet. Who would have thought Haiti'd be in the World Cup? I know CONCACAF's weird, but I don't think anybody, not me, not you, not any Haitian, would have sat there and said 4 months ago, 5-6 months ago, Haiti's going to be at the World Cup. Especially automatically. No. Not automatically. They were in a group with Honduras and Costa Rica. That should not have happened. Playoff, I can hear the argument. They were amazing. I'm not downplaying it's a very big achievement. And they deserve it. The way they played, they deserve to be in the World Cup. Damn. They had a really big achievement, the Haitians. But again, you look at the group they got 6 months ago when they drew the groups. What person in their right mind, me, you, anybody, says, oh, Haiti can win that group? their best case, like I would hear the argument, hey, they could be the runner-up. They could make the playoff. Win the group with Honduras and Costa Rica. At best, I was like, one of those two will fuck it up. And they make the playoff. Not both. Because in the end, both Honduras and Costa Rica fucked it up. Haiti did their job. I'm not saying they didn't. They did do their job. They got the results they needed. But let's be real. Honduras, who I thought were really getting back on the right track, and Costa Rica, who I thought with Miguel Herrera and the group they got could at least finish top 2 and make the playoff. I'm like, Costa Rica were the team I was more worried about fucking it up, which they did, of the two. And yeah, Haiti also couldn't play at their own country because of political unrest. That is also true. They went against all odds and made the World Cup. So do I blame players like Saint-Maximin and Haitian French players who know they have no chance to play for France not committing to Haiti before the knockout or the round 3? I don't blame them at all. And I don't blame them that now that Haiti's at the World Cup, wanting to play for Haiti. Because every player who's worth their salt wants to play at a World Cup. And Saint-Maximin is one of those guys who believe he should be playing at a World Cup. And France won't call him. So why wouldn't he take the opportunity to play for a country he could play for? Dominguez on for Julinho. Why wouldn't he? And the fans that are saying they don't want him because he wasn't on the journey with you, shut. I get it. I don't see any other country doing that. Okay? Haiti, you have something to make you smile as a country, as a people. After all you've went through, and you're saying you're spitting in the face of players who might actually let you be truly competitive at the World Cup because they weren't on the journey with you. Who the hell thought they'd be here? If you're one of those fans who are like, I don't want him, he wasn't on the journey with us to make the tournament, and you thought they'd win that group, you were delusional enough to believe that both Honduras and Costa Rica would fuck up, and you really believe that, I'll listen to you. But if you're one of the people who are like, maybe the playoff, that's our best chance, and you had no idea they were going to do this, no, shut up. No. You know you need him. Stop playing the freaking high horse. No other country does this. It's not up to you anyway, but stop playing the high horse. And then when he puts on your jersey, you'll root for him anyway. How about maybe just let it happen? Maybe if you want to compete, just let it be. You know? Why are we playing the high horse? It makes no sense to me. Free kick for Tigres. I've never seen a country ever say, no, I don't want dual nationals. Because in most cases, a country that needs dual nationals probably needs them to compete. Let's be real. I'll even admit Canada needs them. Wanted is different, though. Like, yeah, I'm happy Haiti's there. I'm not mad about it. Did I think they had a chance in hell when they were drawn into the group they were? Or pre-September? Hell no. But that's not hate. That's just facts. They did something amazing. And they got to the World Cup. And I'm happy for them. Offside. Free kick for Toluca. 75th minute. Yeah, they were playing Curacao, Barbados. Yep. Playing forward. Here's the thing. Haiti earned the World Cup spot. More than anything. Yeah, shoot Blitzo. Imagine that and still qualified. I said they deserved it. Again, who the hell thought that was likely, though? Austin FC has got John Bell from Seattle. 17-17 at the half between Dallas and Minnesota. Playing forward. It's crazy. But again, it's not something I totally understand that they don't want St. Maximin or players of that ilk. Know where you are. Know who you are. And know, do you want to get your shit rocked at the World Cup? Or do you want to compete? Like, no, those players don't guarantee wins. But do you want to look respectable? Oh, look, a SpongeBob football ad for the new movie, I guess. 19th of December, the new SpongeBob movie. I'm not going to go to the cinema to see that, but, no, I'm not. Probably just wait till it's on Paramount Plus. Over the bar. '78th minute. Doodle Bob. 78th minute. Does Haiti have a chance to at least beat Scotland? Alexi Vega coming on for Toluca. Without St. Maximin, no. They have no chance in hell without St. Maximin. There's a chance that Scotland screws it up, but I still think Scotland, they should be fine. But either way, playing forward. Playing forward. Ball played in, cleared away, corner. Cross in, header. Shot over the bar. St. Maximin, the same guy with 3 goals. Liga Mekis, give me a break. Do Tigres want penalties? Yeah, at this point. Who's the worst team in the World Cup? Not Haiti. Ooh. Well, Alexi Vega coming on for Angulo. I feel like Cape Verde, Cape Verde would probably be the worst. I don't think New Zealand's going to be the worst, which I know Sun's going to be shocked that I said that, but I think New Zealand's going to not be the worst. I think a team like Cape Verde will be the worst. So, 80th minute. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Top 5 worst teams in the World Cup. I don't have my book out. Right now, Haiti's there. Cape Verde. Curacao. That's going to be tough for them. New Zealand's probably in that discussion. Advantage played. Top 5 probably in that discussion. Uzbekistan. Like a lot of the debutants. Oh, Qatar. Yeah, Qatar. Canada's going to do better than they did in 22. I believe that. Qatar, not so. They're worse now. New Zealand's been good. You know what? I won't put New Zealand in the bottom 5 either. Qatar and Uzbekistan. Qatar, Uzbekistan, Haiti, Cape Verde, and no particular order, and Curacao. New Zealand won't be top 5 or bottom 5 worst. No. Canada will be better in 2022. I believe that. Jordan, them too. I don't think, but Qatar certainly will be bottom 5. I don't think they're better than they were in 2022. Canada beat them in a friendly before 2022, and they're better now than they were in 2022. So, Canada will not be bottom 5. Probably not, no. I'd say probably not, but again, I haven't made my list too soon. Advantage played. All I know is World Junior Final possible. Steelers versus Ravens on the final week of the season possible in early January. The NFL playoffs. And if Canada plays Guatemala, we'll do that. And, of course, Mississippi State versus Wake Forest to start next season. That's all I know right now, really. Of course, the days Toronto FC plays, of course, will be live for that. But I haven't made even really January's schedule yet. But I know the national championship as well. Where's Saudi Arabia? Not bottom 5. 83rd minute, cleared away. Huh. '84th minute. Still halftime between the Vikings and Cowboys, 17-17. Like the year itself or the football? Like the year overall or the football? Because the football, 7, 6.5, 7, haven't been too bad. Not exactly what I expected, but overall, I think 2025 has been better than worse. Can't really fully give it a ranking, but if I was to give it a ranking now, 8, 9 as a year, it's been a pretty good year. Not perfect, but that ranking could change. There's possibilities that it could change and lower, but both. But the football, I'll say a 7. I'll say the year itself is a 9. I think even though there were things that didn't work out or things that changed, I think it's been a very good year. At least for me. At least for me personally. You think Italy's making it? I hope they do. I want Italy v. Canada. Right now it's 2-1. Dos a dos. Shot blocked away. Corner. Corner. Cross in, header. Yeah, I mean, everybody else has a different everybody else has a different opinion on how the year went, but I think it was a pretty good year for me personally. Overall, playing forward. That can change. There's still time for that to change. Playing forward. Still time for that to change. '87th minute. Playing forward, here comes Toluca. Osiel Herrera coming off the bench. I don't know. I don't know. Playing forward. What was Chile last World Cup and Italy's last World Cup? Italy's was 2014. Chile was shit. Were they both 2014? Because I know Chile made 2 Copas and haven't made a World Cup since. Or won 2 Copas and haven't made a World Cup since. 14 or 2010, right? I've seen Chile at a World Cup in my lifetime, right? Like, actually seen them. Playing forward, 89th minute. I know Italy's was 2014. That's been haunting me for years. That's been haunting me for years. 89th minute. Here's a chance. Toluca, shot saved by Nawel with a minute to go plus stoppage time. Right now, extra time seems very, very likely. It's going to extra time. Maybe, maybe not. Still could. Right now, it looks like yes, but Clausura starts January 9. Out for a throw-in. Substitution for Tigres. Toluca with a throw-in. Osiel Herrera in for Brunetta. Osiel and Brunetta. Osiel on for Brunetta. That is 90th minute. Do you want to see Miami versus Tigres or Toluca? Miami versus Toluca, yes. Tigres, not so much. Playing forward. Playing forward. Be cleared away by Nawel. 90th minute. How much stoppage time? Oh. 3 minutes. 3 minutes? That's it? Yeah, we're going to extra time for Campeones Cup. Well, we don't know who will win the Clausura yet. It's going to be whoever wins the Clausura versus the winner of this match to play the Campeón de Campeones, which then would play Miami. So, ask me that question in July. Or ask me that question in June. 91st minute. I prefer Toluca the most, though. Now, ironically enough, if Toluca loses this final but then wins the Clausura, then it would end up being Tigres and Toluca. But if they win both, it doesn't matter. It's going to be them. They don't even use the Campeones or Campeón de Campeones for that if they have a big Campeonato throughout a season, not just a calendar year. Excuse me. Will Nancy end up like Anselmi? Right now it looks like it. Except his exit from Columbus wasn't as acrimonious as Anselmi's with Cruz Azul. That's the only difference. Like, Columbus might want Nancy back one day. Cruz Azul would never have Anselmi back. One more minute to go. Paulinho's off for Barbosa. What have you done? I don't believe it till CONCACAF says anything about it. Cross in, header. Goal kick. Seconds to go. Goal kick, Toluca. Can they get a last second goal? Throw in. And it's full time. We're going to extra time. Extra time in the final. The way this is going, kind of expected it. 2-1 on the night. 2-2 on aggregate. And we're going to extra time. 2-2 esta noche. Or 2-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. We go to extra time. Tiempo extra. Tiempo extra. Short break. We'll be back. Sit tight. We're back for extra time. We're back for extra time. 30 more minutes. No matter what happens, we have 30 more minutes in this game. Whatever happened to Blitzo and his lore? Yeah, he didn't post it, didn't he? It's for his to tell you, not me. But I know, but it's not on me to tell you. So. Alexi Vega. I don't know why they took off Paulinho. Second half, here we go. Or extra time, first half. Sunderland or Newcastle? Right now, Sunderland. And we're off. And that's out. Sunderland still remains the only English team to have 4 Trinidadian nationals on their team at once. Playing forward. Can Toluca hold on, or will we go to penalties? Don't sleep on Sunderland. They're good. "91 minutes. Yep. Dwight York, Stern, John, Carlos Edwards, Ken Wayne Jones, Sunderland, 2-on-7. Yep. Playing forward. Toluca. Ball crossed in. Here's a chance. Still have the ball. Simon. Cross in. Header on. Headed away. Top of the box. Blocked away. Be cleared away. Playing forward. Shot over the bar. Or saved, I should say. Yes. That's why I said it wasn't acrimonious. And Columbus would have him back. The failure is the similar part. The failure in Europe with a shitty clown show team who was one of the best in their country until recently, and taking a job to try to rebuild their dominance. A team that feels like they're bigger than they actually are. and trying to save them and make them better. So my point is this. Yeah, the way they left is opposite. I said that. The fact they're both failing in Europe with a fallen giant of their country and a team who feels like they're bigger than they really are outside of it, that's similar. Well, there we go. Goal kick for Nawel, 94th minute. Playing forward, Tigres out for a corner kick. Correa with a shot. Well, I mean, it's dressed up. Well, I'm dressed up. It ain't a suit, but it's something. It's a polo shirt. It's not a jersey. Something. Ball crossed in. I'm not the one who needs to be proven to that Sunderland had all the Trinidadian players that they were good back then. That's them. Playing forward. 95th minute of 120. Vikings, Cowboys. Cowboys lead with 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Patriots choked. I know. I know. I know. Playing forward. 97th minute. Yeah, I think we're going to go to penalties. Just a hunch. Yeah, they lost. They could still win the division. They probably still will win the division. A sweep, or I would say a season split with the Bills, is better than I ever expected it to be. '98th minute. '98th minute. Saved by Nawel. He almost in. Oh, there's the real Alex. Phillip Rivers played good. I agree. Wow. He almost Good save. Like, if he missed that, man, they go to penalties. Toluca's losing. We'll see. Bruh. Playing forward. '99th minute. Pikachu and Ditto. There you go. '100th minute. '100th minute. Fair enough, but I also said Ditto. So. Playing forward. So. In my defense, Lucario is the best Pokemon. '102 minutes. '102 minutes, 2-1, 2-1, 2-2 global. Playing forward, blocked away, Toluca. Ball switched to play. The play is switched. Toluca still has the ball. And there was too many Tigres shirts around. Playing forward. Can't believe Baribo's going to DC. I don't know what the hell the Union are doing, but it seems they're blowing up a team right before they play Champions Cup. Playing forward. Like, why would you do that? This might go to penalties. They just lost Benteke. Right, but I'm talking about Philadelphia. DC's still going to suck. It doesn't matter if they have Baribo or not. They sucked with Benteke. They ain't going to do anything else. Yeah, I get it from DC's perspective. Baribo's Benteke now. So they'll score 20 goals and they'll still suck ass. That's their perspective. I'm more worried about Philly. Like, Glesnes, Baribo, like, two of their best players gone. They just won the Shield. They're in the Champions Cup. And they proceeded to blow it up because reasons. Like, do they want to win? Like, do you want to win? It's like, I don't get it. Do you want to win? The 104th minute. Gretzky. Zimmerman's a good move for Toronto. I agree. Very happy with it. Gretzky's like Pele. Maradona would probably be Brett Hull. Actually, no, that's actually a pretty good one. Brandon Bye for Portland's a good move. Brett Hull, right? Yeah, no, Maradona's Brett Hull. Except Brett Hull's still alive somehow. God only knows. Brett Hull. That's your Maradona. That's hockey's Maradona's Brett Hull. Look at the shit that man's pulled. Especially post his career. Mexico, Canada, USA who's taking the first W and the first L. I mean, ironically enough, I think Canada's going to beat Italy. I think they can beat Italy. If Canada loses to Italy, well, they get the first L because I don't think USA or Mexico's taking an L in their first matches. If they all win or all draw / win, probably Mexico takes the first L. First win, probably the USA. Easiest match of all three. 105th minute. I wouldn't say Brett Hull's that, well, he played from 86 to 2005. Halftime, a stoppage time, or extra time, 2-1. 2-1, we're going, well, of course we were going another 15 minutes, no matter what. Halftime of extra time, it's still 2-1, 2-2 on aggregate. Miro tiempo de tiempo extra. 2-1 esta noche, 2-2 global. 15 more minutes. And then possibly extra time, or penalties, I should say. We'll find out. Toluca, still leading. After Neymar and Yamal, Pogba, Maradona, that guy knew how to party, play with football, with Escobar, and balling with ladies all over the world. I didn't take a shot at it. I was just saying. Let's see. Brett Hull, statistics. Regular season. Well, that's even his whole career through the British Columbia Hockey League, college, NHL, and AHL. 1,269 points or games, 741 goals, 650 assists, 1,391 points, 103 playoff goals, 87 playoff assists, 190 playoff points. You just go through NHL, 2 games played in the playoffs. Okay. His whole career in the NHL, played 5 games in his first season. 1 goal, 27 goals, just add them all together. Brett Hull's one of the best ever goal scorers. Yeah. 72 goals in 1989-90. 86 goals in 90-91. 70 goals in 91-92. A 50-goal score in 92-93 and 93-94. 30 goals, 29 goals in 94-95. 43 goals in 95-96. 42 goals in 96-97, 27 in 97-98, 32 in 98-99, 99-2000, 24. Still scored 30 goals in his last 3 or 4 years of his career, 25 goals in his final full year. Legendary hockey player. Legendary hockey player. Legitimately was the Maradona of hockey. Well, the fact that he was a partier, but also one of the best goal scorers of all time in hockey. Blues legend, St. Louis Blues legend, Brett Hull. Now, of course, really just a drunkard now who's a loudmouth, but, you know. Goal kick. He has the right to be. Sometimes it's embarrassing, but he has the right to be. Dude was absolutely, utterly hammered during the Blues victory parade. Wow, just wide. If Tigres won that way, that would have sucked for Toluca, but (106-minute). Wow. I think Toluca's been better for most of the match overall. Huh? 68. Yeah, they've been better for most of the match, but they could have easily. Well, I don't know. I think Tigres played the game perfectly. They made sure they didn't allow too many goals. 23-17, Cowboys lead by 6. 2 field goals. Vikings in the red zone. 2:48 left the third quarter. 106. 106-minute. Playing forward. Toluca getting closer and closer to penalties. 13 minutes. Plus any stoppage time left. Header save! Marcel Ruiz header save by Will. Oops, wrong year. Last time Liga MX had a penalty shootout was the 2021 final against Atlas versus Leon. Well, we might have one here. We might end up having one here. Corner kick for Tigres, 108th minute. Tigres Bayern. I did Tigres Bayern. Tigres Bayern, I think. Is Wayback Machine still a thing? Yeah, it is. 109th minute. Ball crossed in, header. Cleared away by Tigres or Toluca. 11 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Headed away. Corner. Yeah, search up the Wayback Machine and you should be able to find it. Internet Archive as well. Goes by both. Have you ever played hockey? Ice hockey? No. Floor hockey? Yes. Free kick for Toluca, 111th minute. Playing forward. $111th minute. When did that happen? When did that happen? Wow. It's not free anymore? When did that happen? Two substitutions. Oswaldo Virgen for Everardo Lopez. 112th minute. And Marcel Ruiz is off for Fernando Arce. These better be subs for penalties. Okay then. 113th minute. Shot blocked away. That's a decision. I did not hear about that, no. $114th minute. I did not hear about it, no. Throw in. Besides, the statue of Messi was built in India. I knew he was in India. I didn't see the riot. I saw the videos of the fans like, we'll win the World Cup again. I didn't see the riot. I didn't see the riot. But yes, even living under a football painted rock, there are things I don't see. I knew he was there with Suarez and DePaul. I didn't know there was a riot. I didn't see the riot. $115th minute. I knew he was in India. riot. That part's more subjective. And the Vikings lead the Cowboys by a point. $116th minute. The stadium's called Salt Lake Stadium. Yeah, because there's a Salt Lake in India as well. Yeah. Player down. It's definitely going to Pens. Probably. 116th minute. Probably. Cleared away. Barbosa, 117th, gets a yellow card. Throw in. Free kick for Toluca. 117th minute. Headed away. Oh, that's going to go all the way out for a goal kick. Or not. Corner. Okay. 117th minute. Medicine Hat in Alberta, Canada. True for Consequences, Mexico, New Mexico, USA. Well, Truth or Consequences. I think everybody knows that from wrestling. But Medicine Hat, that's a cool name. Corner for Alexi Vega. They've taken off all their firepower from open play except Alexi Vega. Ball crossed in, header. Blocked in another corner. 118th minute. Ball crossed in. Headed away. Free kick for Tigres, 119th minute. The champions of Mexico will be decided very soon. Whether that be a shootout or a one goal, we don't know. Playing forward. Playing forward. Vega's going to miss a penalty, trust. Probably. Well, I don't know. Free kick for Vega. Drives it in. Header. Goal kick. 120 minutes. How many minutes of stoppage time at the extra time interval? Or will we go straight to penalties? And we will go to penalties. End of extra time. It is 2-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. Tiempo extra. Terminado tiempo extra. 2-1 esta noche. 2-2 global. Penales. Defin del partido. Penalties will define the winner of this game. We'll take a short break once I set up. All right. Take a short break. We'll be back. We'll have a penalty shootout. 2-2. 2-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. 2-1 esta noche, 2-2 global. Sit tight, be back. We are back for a shootout to decide the Liga MX Apertura champion. Toluca, if they win the shootout, they'll be bicampeonato. If Tigres wins the shootout, they're champions once again. Vikings are going for a touchdown with a point lead in the fourth quarter. Toluca, Tigres will take the first penalty. Again, we're tied after aggregate, and it's Ibanez to take the first penalty. Ibanez take the first penalty for Tigres. Let's make sure we're live perfectly. All right. Tigres will take the first penalty. Ibanez to take. Nahuel and Garcia being told the rules. Not to go off their line before the penalty is shot. Ibanez with a penalty to begin. Toluca took off all their firepower for over 120 minutes, except for Vega. Those subs better have been for penalties, because if they took off Paulinho for somebody who can't score a penalty, then we're going to have a problem here. Ibanez to open the shootout, to put Tigres on the right foot. Ibanez runs up and misses over the bar. He misses. 0-0, 0-0. Over the bar. Oh my. He just gave it up to Toluca. If Toluca scores, you're lucky I don't have a hat on. I can't hat flick. Oh my God, over the bar by Ibanez. And Alexi Vega to open the shootout for Toluca. Alexi Vega to open the shootout for Toluca. Nil, 0-0. Can Toluca take the lead? Alexi Vega, injured throughout the whole Liguilla, comes back off the bench. Will he contribute? Alexi Vega with a long run up against Nahuel. Okay, he's going to go. Long run up, shot and goal. 1-0, 1-0. Scores. Who said he was going to miss? Who said he was going to miss? 1-0, 1-0. Toluca leads. After one, El Baracho scores. I think he's had a bit of a redemption arc. Let's be honest. This Toluca run for Vega has been a redemption arc. I don't think he deserves that anymore. Fernando Goreran to take the penalty. Scored the goal, or the deflection that gave Tigres this shootout in the end. Goreran. With the help of Gignac, of course, who's not on the pitch right now. But it went off the foot of Goreran and in. Can he beat this keeper again? But this one's a lot more obvious than that free kick. Shot and saved! Oh no, off the hand and in. It's 1-1. Goreran takes the shot, but it goes off the keeper's hand and in. It wasn't pretty, but it counts. He got a hand to it, but it goes into the net. 1-1, 1-1. Barely. Goreran scores. Correa scored a goal against the last round, or last leg. Too much power. 1-1 esta noche en penales, 1-1. Can Toluca keep the lead? And the next shootout. Here's a shot. Goal! 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 Is that Mendez? Simon? If it was Simon. Simon. It was Santiago Simon scored. 2-1, 2-1. Slotted it in. Good job, Oziel Herrera. Oziel Herrera. Shot and goal. 2-2, 2-2. Oziel Herrera scored 2-2. But Toluca could still have the lead. High top bins penalty. Toluca to make it 3. Takes the shot and over the bar. Wow, Pereira. It's now tied once again. Pereira puts it over the bar. Federico Pereira misses. Back on level terms. 2-2, 2-2 over the bar by Pereira. Back on even terms. Oh. That was a bad miss. Herrera. And now it's Uriel Antuna. Uriel Antuna to give Tigres the lead. For now. Uriel Antuna. Stutter step. And he pops it top bins. He scores. 3-2, 3-2. Tigres are 1 away from the win if Toluca misses. Oh, no. Uriel Antuna gives them a chance. Let's see what happens with Tigres or Toluca's goal. Can they tie it back up? Number 20 is Gallardo. Oh, no. Jesus Gallardo. I lost my damn Fire TV stream. Are you kidding me? Uriel Antuna scored. Really? Gallardo scores his penalty. 3-3, 3-3. Gallardo scores. Tigres to tie it. Gallardo scores. 3-3, 3-3. Tigres to score. If they do, we go to sudden death. Oh, Toluca scores. And here comes Tigres. Angel Correa runs up and scores. Slots it home, and we have a 4-3 game. You knew he would score. 4-3, 4-3. Toluca needs to score to stay alive. 1 goal. Tigres at least gets themselves sudden death. But Toluca has to score to make that an opportunity. If they miss, Tigres are the champions. If Toluca misses, if they score, we keep going. And it's number 5, Romero, who got the assist. Franco Romero, to keep Toluca's season alive. 3-4, 3-4 on penalties. Romero to keep Toluca alive. Toluca's hopes of a bicampeonato alive for Romero. He has to score. Shot, goal! Just past the hand of Nahuel, and it's 4-4, 4-4. We go to sudden death. We go to sudden death. How did Tigres even make it this far? They did. Devil Magic. I think they have the Cardinal Devil Magic. Nahuel isn't saving any. Garcia isn't either. It's going to be the next person to miss. Juan Pablo Vigon. Has to score. Very likely has to score. Juan Pablo Vigon. One of the longest stewards of Tigres at this point. Long run up. If he misses, Toluca could win the title. And he scores! What the hell was that say? And it's 5-4. 4-5. Toluca has to score. He just puts it top ends. And what was Garcia doing? None of these goalies can save anything. Both misses were over the bar. Next team to miss is going to lose this damn title at this point. Number 23, Oswaldo Vergen. Well, the Vergen has got to put it in to keep Toluca alive. If he misses, Tigres are the champions. If he scores, we go another round. Long run up. Don't get scared now. Shot and goal. And he scores. 5-5, 5-5. The Vergen puts it in. He scores 5-5, 5-5. Top bins. Just puts it over Nahuel. Yeah, at this point, that's what you should do. 5-5. Both misses were over the bar. Everybody else has scored. And it's number 4 for Tigres. That is Juan Jose Parata. Juan Jose Parata. He scores. Tigres have the lead. If he misses, Toluca could win the championship with their next kick. Will you watch AFCON? I'll watch the opener and then the knockout games. Parata. Shot. Goal. What? Dear God. 6-5. 5-6. 5-6. Somebody's going to miss and lose the title that way. Watch along for the opener, yes, of AFCON, yes. Watch along for the knockouts. If it's Morocco, yes. Everything in between, now Arce. Fernando Arce. Yeah, they're just shooting high now because, yeah, that's going to end badly at some point. Fernando Arce. Are you kidding me? He's going to miss. Parata scores. Arce scores. Okay, 6-6. 6-6. Why the hell is my TV just... boom, gone. These keepers are selling. Can't save anything. Arce scores. 6-6. 6-6. Maybe we go to 11 penalties at this point. There we go. And it's goal. A goal. A goal. goal from Garza. Jesus Garza scores. 6-7. 6-7. Slide. He went the right way, but he puts it past the goalie. Now Bruno Mendez. He has to score. Arce did. Garza did. We keep going. Bruno Mendez has to score to win, or keep them alive, I should say. Shot, goal, top bins. 7-7, 7-7. Someone just stay in the middle, or just jump. Or just jump up. At this point. 7-7. 7-7. Somebody's got to miss at this point. 7-7. We're getting so close. 3 penalties away from goalie v. goalie. And it is for Tigres. Shot, goal. Javier Aquino scores. Yep, Javier Aquino. Javier Aquino scores. 7-8. 7-8. 7-8. Toluca has to score to stay alive. I want goalies now. Screw it. I want this to go to goalies. Barbosa. It's Barbosa. Barbosa. Shot and goal. Jesus Lord. Diego Barbosa scores. 8-8. The only penalties that were missed were over the bar. 8-8. 8-8. We go on. Oh, Farfan can't take a penalty. Damn. They all have, so. Joaquin. Joaquin will take a penalty. Joaquin would take a penalty. Romulo? No. Shot! Off the post! Off the post, Joaquin! 8-8. 8-8. If Toluca scores, they are the champion. Off the post. Yeah, the goalie didn't make the save there. No goalie penalty saves. 2 over the bar and 1 off the post. It'd be funny if Nawel saved one now. 8-8. 8 straight scores, and they finally miss one again. Toluca. Juan Dominguez. Juan Dominguez for the win. Juan Dominguez for the win. If he scores, Toluca are bicampeón. If he misses, we keep going. And Dominguez over the bar. Oh my God. This hell is not over. 8-8. Too high. Dominguez misses his penalty. Dominguez misses. We go to a 10th shootout, or 10th shot. And it's not well. They're going to the goalies already. Oh, well, it is time for the goalies. Now well. Shot saved off the foot. And he misses now well. And now it's going to be Garcia for the win. Luis Garcia for the win. Kenny, man, if Thiago Volpe was still here, can he summon the spirit of Volpe for the win? Can he summon the spirit of Thiago Volpe and score the penalty? Garcia for the win. Still 8-8. Ocho. Garcia for the win. Saved by Nahuel. We keep going. Foot save by Nahuel. We keep going. 8-8. Ocho. The goalies finally save each other's penalties. Foot save. This is one to remember. Yeah. You ain't going to be able to forget it. Ibanez will step up again for Tigres. He'll take a second penalty. My Lord. Can Ibanez score this time? Oh, it's Angel Correa. Oh, you can change your order? Okay. You can change your order, I guess. Angel Correa. Saved! Saved! Oh, my God. It's still 8-8. Saved. Garcia's off his line, I think. Or is it the fact that Correa, now Vega? Alexi Vega. Now he kicked it. He scored one. Alexi Vega scored one. And can he score another? If he scores a second, if Alexi Vega scores a second, Toluca or bicampeon. Alexi Vega for the win. Can we finally end this? And I guess you can change your order. If you got a problem, change your fucking order. Alexi Vega for the win. Toluca. Can he score his second penalty? He's missed the whole Liguilla for this. Goal! Goal! Toluca are your champions. 9-8. 9-8. Oh my God, what a shit show. What a shit show. And Toluca are the champions after penalties. Oh, we won't forget this one. 2-1 on the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-8 on penalties. On aggregate, it's 2-2. And Toluca wins the Apertura for the 12th title. Toluca campeón de la Apertura de la Liga MX. Duodécima de la Liga MX. What a shit show. What a shit show. Now they're tied with Chivas. Oh, no. Chivas fans are going to be angry now. Oh, no. Wow. What a shit show, man. What a shit show. Oh, my word. Vikings are leading the Cowboys by 8. 7. Wow. GG's. Alexi Vega scores 2 penalties for the win. My God, what a horrible match. Or, well, horrible penalty shootout. Wow. Wow. Toluca, bicampeón. Wow. Wow. With that being said, champions of Mexico, bicampeón. Torneos cortos for Toluca, para Toluca. Toluca are the champions. They have won 2 straight split seasons. Calendar year split seasons, not season split seasons. A tricampeonato would be a bicampeonato for Apertura Clausura, and then one from the last calendar year. Toluca have won. They almost pissed it all away. Wow. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Since that's on live streams, comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you Tuesday. We have a day off tomorrow. Tuesday for the Intercontinental Cup final prediction. Flamengo versus PSG. We will predict that game. Wednesday we'll be live for it and reviewing it. Thursday we will be live for the Arab Cup final if Morocco makes it. Live and review for that. Friday we're off. Saturday we're off. Sunday we'll have the season finale of RSR 7 and watch a match 5 with the AFCON opener Morocco versus Comoros live RSR. The 23rd, Christmas Eve, which is a Tuesday, right? Yeah, Tuesday, Christmas Eve, Tuesday. We will have the top 50 songs list countdown. We will put that out, stream it. And then my Christmas Day, we'll have a Christmas message short. And then, of course, the best of reel for Watch a Match 5. Best run it back for the Dynasty Stars on the 26th. Month ahead for the Dynasty Stars on December 31st. January 1st, we have the best of reel of RSR 7 standalone. It'll also be on the season finale. And then the season 8 premiere of RSR, Watch a Match 6 premiere, Friday the 2nd, Mississippi State versus Wake Forest Duke's Mayo Bowl, live RSR. So there you go. I will see you tomorrow. Tuesday, my bad. I will see you Tuesday. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya. Congratulations, Toluca. Felicidades. Commiserations, Tigres.